Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's a Christian and Daniel Show.
Hey everyone, I'm Christian.
And I'm Daniel.
And this is the Christian and
Daniel Show. Hi, Charlie.
Charlie.
First one to comment. How you doing? Want to welcome everybody who's watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. If you do us a favor, share this on your page so that other folks can watch along with you. If you're watching us on YouTube, scroll down, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll let you know every time there's a new show on our page. And remember, we got horoscopes on Monday, Christian and Daniel on Wednesdays, Zodiacs on Fridays, and put it together at its regular time on Saturdays at noon. But if you hit that bell, you'll get notified when there's new shows that pop up like we did this Monday. We had a new friend to the shows, Toni Morrison, who I thought that was a really good interview. We had a good interview with him.
It was an excellent interview.
I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about him. Him and I were both in the Plus Magazine Top 25 Advocates of the Year, which you can find on hivplus.org. Check it out for more information. I'm number 3 on that list, so I'm pretty excited. So anyway, it's hot.
Yeah, I have my AC on. I have it set at 70, which is warm for me.
I think somebody's lying to me. Because it's hot here. I was sweating earlier. It says it's 64 degrees, but it does not feel.
Yeah, I don't think those things are. I don't know. Who knows where they're measuring that from? It could be a mountain peak in Malibu, for all we know. Because it felt warmer today. I have my air conditioning on. I have the house being cooled because I was sitting in the living room and I started sweating, and I go, either I'm having hot flashes and going through menopause, or it's freaking warm in here.
Well, it says here that today, for purposes of safety, accuracy, and convenience, air temperature is most often measured during using electronic thermometers, which are accurate down to a fraction of a degree. I say BS.
Hmm?
I don't think so, because
Bottom line, it feels warmer. I may not be warmer, but even when I was walking outside getting laundry and stuff, I don't have the other part of my house air conditioning on, and my room was warm. And then doing the laundry on top of it, I was dying. Yeah. So yeah, sure, it's only 67 degrees, and I usually sweat at 67 degrees. And like yesterday, we went to a July 4th party. / birthday party, and it was fantastic, but it was freaking hot. I was hot.
Well, you were hot last night. I wasn't, but you were.
I was dying. So yeah. Next time.
Okay, before we get you on that, I just found another answer. Air temperature is always measured in a shady location. I say it's shady because in the shade, the thermometer is measuring the actual air temperature and only air temperature. A thermometer placed in the sun measures the temperature that the sun heats the thermometer to, not the true air temperature. So the heat, hey Crystal, so the heat, the measurement that
from a shady spot. I mean,
so this 64 degrees is in the shady side of Laguna.
Yeah. The shady side of
Laguna. So it's not in the sun. So once you move into the sun, it's hotter. And then here in my complex, which is weird because my apartment's usually like 10 degrees lower than outside. But today it's hotter. I was sweating earlier. Mm-hmm. It does not make for a comfortable nap. Let me just say that. Which, for the hot weather, did you know that today is National Bikini Day?
I should have worn my bikini.
A nice little two-top, two-piece,
Mine's just a one piece.
just a one piece, because you're a lady.
I'm very European.
Because you're a lady.
I like to let the girls fly free.
Oh, you meant just the bottom piece.
Yeah, I just wear the bottom. I don't wear the top because I'm European. Very European.
Do you prefer, or well, we haven't been swimming in a long time since we went to Hawaii, but do you prefer like short or bikinis?
You mean Speedos?
Yes, for
You mean banana boats? No, I just prefer board shorts or just regular bathing suit. I really don't need to show off anything else.
I remember when I was younger, when I was like young, I was always short. I think during my 20s, for a little while there, I wore like little Speedos. And then as I got older, I was like, no, it just banana hammocks. Why does that sound funny? But I don't like too revealing swimwear on anybody. I think, like, I understand it, but
it's too intentional.
Like,
it's like guys who go work out and they're not wearing any underwear. It's like, please, you really think this guy's thinking, oh, my junk isn't showing, or oh, I didn't know. Give me a break.
I'm just lifting my dumbbells.
I know. I didn't know when I did my little tap dance thing. I did not know that I also can be exposed like that. And I do wear underwear all the time. So crazy that was Emery let me know that I'm not immune to that. And I honestly didn't know until he said
Just when you think you're being all
now
pure.
I'm much more conscious of it.
Just when you think you're being all pure. And
I say now I'm much more conscious of it. So it's not like I don't wear those shorts anymore or any shorts like that. Now I just walk with my head held higher and prouder.
I like revealing swimwear, but it depends if the men's are gorgeous or hot.
The men's? You said the men's.
The men's. Hello, men.
Men are gorgeous and hot.
He's gorgeous. You was gorgeous.
Remember, gorgeous and hot is very subjective. Because there are people that I would, I'm shocked. I've been shocked at people that are like, ooh, that guy is so hot. And I'm like,
well, I mean,
okay.
Ultimately, we all have different taste in what we like.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Right. I mean, so, because like you and I talked about this in private, and I think we talked about it on the show that when we first met, we were not what we usually dated physically.
Mm-mm. Daniel usually dated what?
Bubbas. White boys.
Big old white boys, and I mean big old white boys. Man, we BBW boys.
I dated big boys,
and I just dated big white boys, 6'3" and up.
If my taste was the most stuck up, obnoxious white boys.
Mm-hmm.
Bubbas. That was my taste. Like the more of an ass that they were, like I was like, oh my God, treat me bad.
And they did. Yeah.
They were. I dated a lot of narcissistic people, but then I think I was a pretty narcissistic too.
Well, we were both in our addictions for most of those times.
Yeah.
And I think that plays a role because I was kind of like a doormat. Like if a 6 foot plus hot in shape white boy looked at me, I would do anything. And I didn't have any self-esteem or dignity. I would just do it. And I was fine with that because I got to be with them. I thought it was a privilege to be with them, not it's a privilege to be with me.
If the guy showed any inkling that he could take me away from it all,
Your knight in shining armor.
Yes, whatever you want.
Mhm.
Until I moved to California, and then that breakup is the one that did it because I was stuck by myself, and like there was nobody to save me but me, and
Yeah,
and then I got older in my recovery, and I think that does make a difference because then
it does.
I was like I can do this on my own. I will survive. I, that's the end of that. So, shut up. Um,
And then we met,
yeah,
and we were both very different for each other, but we've been really good for each other. And I got to say this now. I apologize, guys. I have not been getting sleep for more than a few days now. Um, enough sleep or quality sleep. So I am running on very low gas in the tank. So I apologize that I'm a little under tonight. And I'm also yawning. I apologize. I'm yawning. I'm not bored. I actually am legitimately exhausted and tired. But I apologize for that. I'm trying to control it, but you can't really control yawns. When you think about them, it gets even worse. So
shape it up. Before I go in,
something up, Buttercup.
I only have three nationals today, and but before I go to the one that I'm celebrating today, um, I did not realize this is a little bit of art, life imitating art. Um, Today is Work Without Your Hands Day,
I'm trying
and
to
when
understand how that works.
yeah, I know work without your hands. And when I read into it to see like where does that come from, it's actually a holiday. What do you say? You probably need to see your doctor about it, Christian, and ask him to prescribe you some melatonin. uh,
I'm thinking that because
probably,
it's
probably.
it's becoming an issue.
Um, but then again,
Thank you, Carl.
not to get into it here on the show, but you overthink a lot, and overthinking does work your brain, and it will stop you from sleeping well. So,
Yeah, I would, just to get back on track, I would gladly take some type of
we'll
prescribed sleep aid to
have to get you something, maybe
to
some
assist
gummy.
me and go from there. I should have mentioned something. I had an appointment with. I actually had a phone appointment today, and I
But
forgot to mention it.
so, Work Without Your Hands Day is actually a holiday that was created on SpongeBob SquarePants cartoon show.
Okay.
And
Hello, Nancy.
from there, hello. From there, people thought it was such a cute idea that it actually became a national holiday. So it's a holiday. It's not a federal holiday, but I don't understand how. I mean, obviously
I
it's a
don't get it.
cartoon and it's
I
SpongeBob.
didn't get the cartoon, let alone get
Yeah,
that.
I haven't watched it for forever, ever. But so on SpongeBob SquarePants, there is a National Work Without Your Hands Day, and you can celebrate it. So I guess it's anything that doesn't require your hands to do it. Or try drinking a chocolate glass of milk 1 hour before you
I
go to sleep.
will. I will.
You do like milk. Warm milk does the trick. I told you I did the hot chocolate
Yeah.
with milk. Out, completely out.
Yeah. Today was the first day. Last night was the first night I got a few hours sleep in my bed. Something about when I lay down, it just everything gets off. I think my brain kicks in or something. I'm not sure what's going on, but I just can't stay still enough to let myself get to sleep. But I did sleep a few hours in bed last night, and then I had to get up again.
I was out. I went to bed when we got home. So hello, I know he's probably not watching, but Joe Albert, can we speak on how it's possible to sneak someone into a party?
No guacamole.
Joe Albert, I was about to say your timing is impeccable. I was about to say we went to our friends Guy and Jill's birthday party, 4th of July party last night over by the Rose Bowl. This is probably like our 4th to 5th year going.
Yeah.
And this is where we met Joe Albert. And Joe Albert was not there last night. So I was sad all night, Joe. I was sad all night.
He was.
I tried to perk up for the people, but it was virtually impossible. But we did miss you. Your energy was missed there. Joe has a very sarcastic personality, which plays very well with my demure, quiet personality. So I and you know
I
what?
don't think anyone on God's green earth has ever described you as demure.
Shut up! I just did. But it's and you know what? There was a lot of taco meat left over because you weren't there to eat your portion. It's interesting, but because before we left, Guy said, "I hardly got to talk to you today," and then I thought,
You really did.
well, I was like, well, because I wasn't teasing you, and I wasn't teasing him because I didn't have anybody to like second me on that. So, Joe, yes, your absence was missed, but we get to see the fireworks over by
Rose Bowl.
the Rose Bowl, which are pretty cool. They're not too long. They're just the right. I still think, and Nancy's here. Nancy probably remembers. I don't know if they do it still, but in the Valley, you can turn on the radio station.
Oh yeah, and they'd have a simulcast.
They have simultaneous, and they have the music, and you can listen to music while you watch the fireworks. And I miss that. Do
Yeah,
you
he
eat
does.
Jack in the Box tacos, Dan? I do. No cheese,
But
and but I do like them
he
sometimes.
doesn't pretend like they're real tacos. I mean, he never says,
I'm
"Oh,
not
this is
gonna be like, "Ooh, qué
this is
rico
authentic
taco."
Mexican food." No, he doesn't say that, but he does enjoy them. I even
Oh, my Mexican is coming on with a taco. No, nothing like that. But I will. I buy them when I buy the munchies box because you get you get a sandwich, a couple of tacos,
yeah.
some onion rings, and a drink. So okay. So here's what I do. I usually don't need them right away, but I'll put them in the air fryer the next day, and then I'll eat them that way. But I do. I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time. Ever since it hurt my stomach, I stopped eating them. I do dog Del Taco tacos. I mean Taco Bueno, not Del Taco. Del Taco is Texas brand. Taco Bueno. I do like the Taco Bueno.
Taco Bueno is a Texas brand. Del Taco exists.
Del Taco's here. Del Taco's yeah. Del Taco. I like the Del Taco bean and cheese with the red sauce. But también, I will leave those for the next day, and then I put them in the air fryer so they can get crispy. That's how I like those. But okay, so here is my favorite holiday, which I'm celebrating today. Today is National Workaholics Day.
Yay!
Admitted in. You like those tacos? I do. Yeah, I do talk. I do like them. Before I go into the workaholics, I do like them because I like bean tacos. Those are one of my favorite tacos, and they're the only place that like makes just really good bean tacos. But I don't like them fresh. I put them in the fridge for the next day, and then I put them in the air fryer, and then. But anyway, today is National Workaholics Day, and
Yay!
hello. My name is Daniel, and I'm a workaholic. What is Jack in the Box? It's a game we like to play.
A game I used to play a lot, particularly when I was like a little kid.
But yes, for all of you folks that work too much, today's our day. You don't have Taco Bell in Florida? I mean, Jack in the Box in Florida? Really? Really?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's
I'm going to
Florida.
look this up. Hold on.
Oh, so that's interesting. I can't imagine. I wonder what they have in place of it. It's just like Hardee's instead of Carl's Jr. Everywhere else, all the other states have Hardee's, and we have Carl's Jr. And everyone else has Safeway, and for some reason, LA got Pavilions, and that's all it's. Oh, I know there's Taco Bell down there.
It's coming back.
What is?
Jack in the Box. No Jack in the Box,
Oh, was there like some state reason why? I guess.
but no Jack in the Box. Hold on. Let me read this because I just found it in the news. It says Jack in the Box is coming to Florida. The fast food chain announces it will open 14 new restaurants in Florida and Arkansas as part of its company expansion. This is the first time the brand has entered the Arkansas market and over 30 years since it was last in Florida. And this is from Fox 35 Orlando, and the news is from, what does it say? Oh, March 3rd, 2023. So it's recent.
Wow. So you will be seeing Jack in the Boxes in Florida again. That's so weird to imagine a state that doesn't have any Jack in the Boxes. That's so interesting.
Yeah, it's coming to Orlando. The first.
So they're
store.
coming. They're coming.
You're getting it back. You're getting the box.
You're getting some of the Jack in the Box in Florida.
Yes, they are coming here. You heard it first here on the Christian and Daniel show. Unless DeSantis objects to it. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the Jack is a little too
Maybe Jack is too draggy.
progressive. He's too diverse for you.
No, it's a costume, so that's like drag.
That's sad.
Hope Jack doesn't tell any stories.
But yes, so I immediately, when I saw that it was Workaholics Day, I immediately thought the story. Yes, of course. The second thing that I thought of, just like we have 7-Eleven. Oh yeah. Texas has Buc-ee's. Yeah, Texas has Buc-ee's. But I thought about the story, and I was just telling them the story last night, about the one time that we were at the chiropractor. And I don't know if you remember, we were at the chiropractor, and I was supposed to be off the next day, and we were going to go to the movies or something. And while we're at the chiropractor, I get a text to see if I wanted to work.
Can you work tomorrow?
And they're like, hey, there's an event tomorrow. You want to work? $120 cash. I was like, ooh, like that's cool. And it was giving away ice cream,
so funny.
Snow cones, something super simple.
You say that, and it makes me crack up because you barely get out. You wouldn't get out of bed for that amount now.
Well, hold on. And so we're sitting there and we're going back and forth. I'm like, well, they want me to work because like I thought we were going to go to the movies. I'm like, but it's work. Work is
it's money. It's work.
And it's cash, and it's $120 for a couple hours, and I can do that. And he's like, well, we were going to go to the movies. We had plans. I'm like, I know, but it's work. And just then the receptionist walks by. I can't remember her name, but she walks by as we're having this discussion, and she looks at me and says, "You rather go work than go to the movies?" And my legitimate, honest to God answer, without even thinking about it, was like, doesn't everybody? And not only her, but there was another guy sitting a little further down, but both of them at the same time said, no.
Yeah, like no one in that office is a workaholic.
And I thought, well, y'all are crazy. Like, who would rather go to the movies than go work? Like, it didn't compute in my head. Like, that was not a legitimate.
He really didn't understand it. Like, he really was dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Most of us are like, hello, reality.
And to this day, I mean, well, even now, like I would, I mean, well, everybody knows, I would sooner go work. I would sooner go work than go have fun.
Are you working now?
Well, I'm directing the show, Christian.
No, I'm directing the show. You're just the talent.
Obviously. But
keep your lane.
But what is it? When I was in school in Ohio, there was no Jack. They had Steak
They
Shack.
don't Jack in Ohio?
Wasn't that? Oh no, it's Steak Shack. No, Shake Shack.
Oh, it's Steak and Shake. Oh my god.
Steak and Shake. I like Steak and Shake.
No, I do too. And their shakes are really good. I just have this memory of a certain situation that went on with my first and only experience with the Steak and Shake. Remember where we were? We were in Tennessee.
Oh.
And the whole situation was kind of weird because people did things that made us go,
Yes. So me and Christian are going to the movies. Fine, go to the movies. See if I care. Care. Emery, go.
And you know what? We don't care if people are working. Good for them.
But I like the Steak and Shakes. They have that
the
chili
thing.
The chili and pasta thing. Waffle House. Yes.
I didn't think anything appealing about Waffle House.
I'm a Waffle House fan. That is one of the few places where I will eat pancakes. It's one of the few places I'll eat pancakes.
At the Waffle House,
At the Waffle House.
you'll eat pancakes.
Yes, because their pancakes are really good. Really good. We do have Steak and Shake in Florida. Yeah. I'm gonna hold on. Let me find out what it's called something. It has a special name.
It's funny, folks. This morning, Daniel, was it this morning or was it yesterday morning? I can't remember. My brain is really getting mushy. Daniel's Fitbit went off and was like, remember, you need to move today. Or like, you need to move because you've been sedentary for too long. And I'm like, you know what? F you, Fitbit. And I'm like,
Oh, where is it? Oh, it's in the bathroom because I showered.
here's my moving. Here's my moving. While you're laying down. I was just like, I'd be so pissed. I don't need electronic devices.
It was yesterday.
Yeah, I don't need no electric
It was
device to
before
remind
we
me
were
I'm
going to
sedentary. I'm
party.
lazy. And I'm like,
Here's me.
Here
All right,
you go.
all right, good.
there's my movement. I moved. There you go, Fitbit.
Where is it?
No, nothing coming no idea.
Huh? It's not on this menu.
It's basically, guys, it's just spaghetti and chili.
Yeah, spaghetti and
Their
chili.
in-house
What's the
chili.
name?
Daniel loves it. I
love it.
I don't dislike it. I've never even tried it. So, but just pasta and chili, I just why?
It's not on their menu. It's not on this menu.
Maybe they don't do it anymore.
How sad. That's like the best thing there.
Skyline chili. I don't know that.
Skyline chili? No.
Mhm. I don't know what that is.
Anyway, so if you know, you know.
Sure.
Oh, is that what it's called? Skyline chili?
Nothing over no idea.
No? They have a chili spaghetti at Bob.
Oh, I didn't know that. I like Bob.
Isn't there one here?
We have I know there's one in the valley.
Bob
like,
Boy?
like one of the
Yeah,
first Bob's
yeah.
Boy. I think it was the first one.
Is it because it's in
But there aren't many
Burbank?
left.
It's in Burbank?
Yeah, or not Burbank. It's
No.
it's closer to where you get your haircut.
Bob's Big Boy. There we go. We're just
It depends on who you ask, Emery.
there's one in Downing, there's one in Norco.
Yeah. One of Daniel's cousins will swear by In-N-Out Burger. Every time he comes to California, he has to go to In-N-Out Burger. Just like when Daniel goes home to Texas, he always has to go to Whataburger. I've had Whataburger, and I found nothing redeeming about it at all. Blech. I'd rather do an In-N-Out, but I'm also not an In-N-Out fan. But if you give me the choice of those two, then yeah. It's the one in Universal Studio. I don't know if it's Universal Studios, but maybe it is the Burbank one I'm thinking of. I just didn't realize I was in Burbank. I think of Burbank, and I think like it's so far away.
Yeah.
And it's really not.
It's not coming up, but yeah. Anyway, but In-N-Out, I mean,
I think it's good.
I'll be
I like
honest.
it better than Whataburger by a lot.
There's been times when I'm driving back here to Laguna, back home, and there's one by the 55 there. And there's been times because I know it's open and it's quick drive through and it's so simple just to order and pick it up that I'll get one. But
I
the
agree.
Can of Worms has been open.
Yeah.
Whataburger. Michael Moran. I do like Whataburger. I like Whataburger.
Yeah, Daniel, even though he didn't have a great experience with it last time he ate there.
But I didn't have a good experience because I ordered at, was it the one at the airport?
Yep, I'm going to take
I
a
was at the airport.
brief moment.
I
Keep talking
think-
while I'm gone.
I go to the airport one. Okay, so I flew into Dallas. The one in Houston is better. There's a Whataburger at the Southwest Airlines terminal that is really good. They do a really good job with their burgers. I don't know where Christian went, but The one in Dallas which is the one that I went to last at the Love Field Airport. I don't think they're as good. But in the valley, down in South Texas where my sister lives, there is one particular Whataburger that I like to go to because they always do a good job with it. So, but I also like, there's something called the Whata Chicken, which is a fried chicken patty. I like it with cheese, jalapenos, grilled onions, and tomato. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right now I'm craving it. And I'm going to be in Houston. Oh, I'm going to be in Houston this weekend.
You're going to be there. You'll be able to enjoy it.
So I'm coming to Houston for the weekend.
I just don't think. I like Wiener Schnitzel. I like the Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh, Wiener Schnitzel. Yeah, you like it.
I'm sure
we order it sometimes. We've ordered
Wiener
it.
Schnitzels are hard to find. They're not everywhere. I don't know why. I can't say Wiener Schnitzel. Wiener Schnitzel like Americans. Ever since like my time in Germany, I'm all Wiener Schnitzel.
And you know, Michael, interesting enough, the biscuit is the only thing that I do not like at Whataburger. I do, but I don't like biscuits in general. So, like, it's not one of my favorite things. So, bedroom or public?
Bedroom. I got public out of my system in my 20s.
I'm not even going to interrupt use conversations. Go at it, Emery. I guess since you're taking him to the movies, you might as well have private conversations. Not even going to ask. How did we get here? How did we get here from workaholics?
Well, there are people who are probably workaholics in that field too.
It's a very give and take profession, I guess. But how was y'all's 4th of July? We mentioned earlier.
What did y'all do? Is it about barbecuing for you, or is it about just hanging out, or is it just doing what you want, having that freedom to do whatever you want? You know, if you want to garden naked with a sheep as your best friend, that's what you can do in America.
You want to garden naked and hoe your garden?
You know, that I've just heard such extreme examples of people saying, well, that's my freedom. And I go, that's true. Like you can worship a cow patty if you want to worship a cow patty, and it's fine.
Oh, my birthday! Well, happy birthday!
It was also
Mom.
Guy's birthday too.
Happy birthday was on. It wasn't yesterday. His birthday was like days ago, but he celebrates it on 4th of July. We mentioned it earlier. We go to our friends Guy and Jill's house for 4th of July, and we're always in charge of guacamole, salsa, and the tacos. The tacos were good.
You know, when you say it like that, it's like, how racist can these people be?
It was pretty. You stayed home. Y'all didn't watch fireworks. We got to see the fireworks.
I think that's wonderful to stay home. But
we commented on that. Like as soon as we got there, I was like directed to the grill to start making tacos, and then a bunch of meat stayed. Like people didn't eat all of it. Last year they ate all of it,
and there were fewer people there last year.
Yeah, and the guacamole was almost gone. There was a little bit left.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. My salsa, kick ass.
Oh, it's amazing.
Kick ass. I made some great salsa.
But
no fireworks. Wait, okay, but no fireworks because you didn't go, or were there no fireworks because it's so hot that they didn't do fireworks this year? My sister Nancy was telling me like it's in the hundreds now. It's in the hundreds.
Ay. That is really.
I sat down on my couch at about 6 p.m. and fell asleep. Woke up after 10.
I think that's wonderful. That sounds like a holiday to me.
Oh, you have no Wiener Schnitzel in Florida? Not
no
surprised.
Wiener Schnitzel in Florida?
Not surprised. You have no Jack and you have no Wiener Schnitzel.
No Jack and no Wiener Schnitzel.
We were careless. Oh.
You were carless.
Oh, carless.
There's no E, so she meant carless.
Oh, carless.
Oh, my baby. You can't read.
I need a bigger screen. So no fireworks for me because I was snoozing.
Oh, my gosh, Crystal.
You were seeing stars?
I kind of would. I would have loved to have been snoozing.
Now let's clarify. We really do enjoy going to the party, but we were both kind of tired a little bit, and
Well,
yeah,
and the fireworks were delayed like almost 2 hours because of the stupid soccer game.
there was a soccer game, so it got delayed, and they were like
They were-
45 minutes later than
Yeah,
usual.
they were almost an hour later.
An
It was
hour?
like after 10 when they started. I was exhausted. I was just done. Yeah, all my energy had been expended, and I rarely do this, but I didn't completely fall asleep in the car on the way home, but I had to lay back, and I was not. I was not asleep. I was aware.
Just for the record, when Christian gets tired, he turns into a child.
I do not.
You too.
I don't. I don't. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb.
So it's
Actually, that's a reference to Heathers, the movie. If anyone wants to know.
I hear Charlie, but I'm excited that we're getting our first In-N-Out burgers to try.
I've heard there have been problems with the franchised In-N-Out burgers. Like the quality level isn't as high as the ones here because all the ones in California are owned by the they're all corporate.
Wait a
So
minute. So is In-N-Out going to Florida, or is
Yeah.
Emory going somewhere where they have In-N-Out?
No, I think In-N-Out's going to Florida. They're going to open.
Really?
Yeah, they've
'cause
already opened.
you're right,
They've opened
you're right.
one in Texas. I know at least one.
I keep
And they
hearing
say
the
they're
one
having-
in Houston is not very good.
But they're saying they're having quality control issues
Yeah.
because they're franchised, so they're not being as heavily controlled as the ones here in California. All the ones here in California are owned by the original family. They're all they're not franchised. They're
So
corporate.
I wouldn't like.
It's going to be different. You
Yeah.
never know. You never know.
My
Good
friend
for them.
Roger, who from Houston, who when he would come here, he loved In-N-Out.
Yeah.
He keeps telling me he goes back, but he's like, they're always horrible. I'm like, why do you go back if you know it's horrible? I'm like, I don't get it. It's like the Whataburger in Tucson is not as great.
Yeah.
But then I wouldn't expect it to be great. Trust me, Marie, once you dive into In-N-Out, you'll be addicted. See, and since I'm not a big In-N-Out fan, I'm like, now I will defend In-N-Out that they have really good fries. They do have good fries.
Well,
Not as good as
fresh and frozen.
McDonald's. Not as good as McDonald's, but they are good.
Well, you see, that's the difference is McDonald's is cornstarch.
Yeah.
Fried
But they're
cornstarch.
good.
While the fries at In-N-Out are literally potato. They are literally they are dicing the potato in front of you and throwing it in the oil.
Well, just like McDonald's has extra sugar in their Cokes and bigger straws to get more carbonation, so you like it better. That's why it tastes
And their
better.
Cokes do taste good. They're
Yeah,
taste
the
way
Cokes do taste good. I'm not gonna lie. If you get those McDonald's fries just out and really good, well salted, oh my god, they're so good. I'm getting hungry right now.
I could barely eat a small of those. So
Yeah, but you don't eat the fries anywhere hardly. So
I'm not a big fan.
I do. I
The
like
only
it.
ones I occasionally crave are the curly fries from Jack in the Box. Ha, Emery, you'll find out. Their curly fries are really they have a great flavor, and when they're fresh, they're good. When they're
And-
not, ugh.
I just recently had their pita. Remember?
Yeah,
I
which
flew
you
in
said
from
was
Dallas.
surprisingly good.
Yeah, I flew in from Dallas, and I was hungry, but not like. Ugh.
He
And
didn't
I
want a burger. He didn't want.
Yeah, I had one of their pitas, and it was good. But I had it with the Frank's Red Hot sauce on it.
Yeah,
I was pretty good. I was pretty
yeah.
good.
He said
I recommend that.
he was surprised. He thought they didn't have any salads or anything, but they actually have a few salads and the pita.
But then by the time we got to the window, I was like, no, I think I want pita. I'll do a pita. Where were you guys when you heard about McDonald's?
Um,
Oh, I was on set.
I was at home, and Daniel told me a few days later.
Yeah,
I didn't
I was
know.
on. It was last Tuesday,
Yeah.
and I was on set. And
Yes, and then you told me when you got home,
yeah, and I was
or
like,
the next day.
because me and the director were talking about it.
I don't know what she's in for. I don't know. The new Madonna isn't the Madonna I knew. not the Madonna I grew up with. I don't wish anyone unhealthy times because I'm not at peak health today, and I can say I don't wish it on anyone, particularly not Madonna. But I just don't feel she's the same Madonna that I grew up with. She's so different.
I don't recognize her when they post photos of her.
Yeah,
Like
it
I
doesn't
don't.
look like her anymore.
Somebody posted on TikTok the like a virgin when she was with Britney and Christina.
Yeah,
because I didn't realize they just celebrated 20 years of that performance.
mm-hmm.
That's insane. That was 20 years ago. That's crazy.
I believe it.
That's crazy. Like, and I was watching it. I was like, wow, that's Madonna. Like, that's Madonna. And then I saw a picture of her now, and I'm like, I don't know. But then, I mean, Cher is
I
not
would love to
Cher.
know what's going on. Like, why is she in the hospital? I heard she was in the ICU, which is really serious.
Yeah, but you know what? I wonder how much the prices for her show were.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, she does. It's not the same. It's like all her boob skin and stuff.
yeah. I'm gonna say Charlie probably would know the answer to that, but
It's just weird.
it
Charlie,
is.
do you know how much the tickets are for Madonna?
Charlie, what is she in the hospital for?
Oh, yeah.
Specifically, what went on? I heard she's in ICU. That's not like you don't just go into the hospital and go instantly into ICU unless you were really not in good shape. Oh, it's going to be changed. She's not going to make September.
What is it?
Okay, all they said was bacteria. Wow.
September 7th, but yeah, it's going to be changed. Madonna was in the ICU due to bacteria. She was
okay. I wonder if it was the flesh eating.
It's just weird. Yeah.
And there's so many resistant strains of bacteria. So, wow. God bless her. I mean, I hope she gets better. I love Madonna. I love the Madonna I know. But I mean, I don't know her personally, obviously, but I've had a hard time with the new version of her. But it doesn't mean I care any less. I still think she's an amazing woman who blazed a trail where no one had done before, and she continues to blaze trails into places where maybe not everyone wants to go, but she's willing to do it. And her two kids or two, yeah, two. Seem to be doing well on their own. Lola,
I don't know. The tickets were not that expensive.
Huh?
The tickets are really not that expensive. I mean, for LA,
mm-hmm.
for row up front. Oh, okay, they get expensive. Oh shit. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
Whoa!
If you don't mind sitting in the nosebleed.
Whoa!
Don't be amazed. There's
$11,000 for 2 tickets.
Yep.
What?
Where are those tickets sitting you
though? Floor section, row 9, seats 3 and 4.
Oh, that's why.
$15,000. $15,000. No way.
Hey, Gabe.
No way.
Yes. It's Madonna, Daniel. It's still Madonna. She's still Madonna.
No way. Okay, row 12, section 322.
Honestly, imagine all of those hits that we sang and know by heart. Every single one of them, she's going to sing them live in this concert. That's incredible.
No.
That's a once in a lifetime.
No.
The next time we will not get a second chance for her to hear her sing.
The tickets are $188. And that's like behind the stage. Mm-hmm. I'll take that. Thank you. I'm fine with that. Wow. No. That's a car. That's insane. You can buy a used car. Yeah. Madonna now. Madonna. What did you say? I was tuning into my phone every hour by the hour for the latest updates because of all the artists from the 80s. She's only one left.
Yeah, her and Janet.
$70. Yeah, $70 I will pay. But 15,000? No way. That is. I don't care if she's the last living singer in the world. She is not worth $15,000. No, that's.
Now you got to think of it from the perspective: if $15,000, if you're able to spend that and not think twice about it, then you're obviously a millionaire or billionaire.
Good for
And
you.
when you hit that level, $15,000 is like $150 to the rest.
And it's standing. You're like in the no. True. We need to support her. Maybe let's start a GoFundMe for her.
Yeah, you're right.
No. I mean, I
Honey, there are people who that's nothing to them.
I
Okay.
cringed when we went to go. I can't remember what show we went to go see that. I ended up paying like $200 for each ticket for us, and I was like, "That's insane." But I paid it because I wanted a good seat, but I was like, "That's crazy." Even my air supply, I missed.
Yeah,
Really?
I am.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Boy George,
Boy
I
George is
probably
amazing.
would. Boy George, I probably would. If George Michael was still around, I probably would. I'll check Ticketmaster for you guys because that's where I'm looking. Ticketmasters. That's insane.
He's looking for the LA venue, which is probably Staples Center, I assume.
Oh, I just cut it off. For $11,000, I better.
That's good. That's good, Gabe.
Oh,
You put it out. You put it out.
I'm just saying. I better be getting some winter schnitzel with that.
Did you didn't put him up?
6 times I've done Boy Georgette.
Boy Georgette and Georgette Perry and Tix is still outrageous, but I love him.
Yeah,
I love Boy George and what he represents. He represents he was so far ahead of the wheel with the way he dressed in the 80s, and he was almost like a transgender type. Like he was more what do they call it, hon?
androgynous
Than transgender, but he definitely was he was being something that just was unknown at that time.
Boy George had a bigger influence in me as a teen than any other artist of that time. And although they weren't as big in Mexico when I was in high school and junior high, Thompson Twins, because of the girl, that look that she had, was very, for me, very. All tickets for live performances are ridiculous overpriced now because artists get nothing.
They don't make a lot of money on those songs anymore.
Yeah.
So they have to do concerts.
But come on, $15,000 for 2 tickets for a show. How long does the Madonna show last? 2 hours, maybe? And then isn't she always late?
Maybe a little more. That's the whole point. It's Madonna. She could be late. She doesn't have to be on time.
How much are Taylor Swift tickets?
Yeah. Who would want to go see Taylor Swift?
Well, a lot of people.
Apparently, a lot of people. Yeah. Ugh. I'm not a Swiftie or Swiffer or whatever they call themselves.
You're not a Swiffer.
They're not a bunch. What are they called? Swiffers or something? I just don't like that doormat.
See, her tickets started on $200.
So did Madonna's. If you don't mind sitting in nosebleed Timbuktu.
Yeah, in the back.
Shoot, you might as well sit in the parking lot for a couple $100. It'd probably just serve you treats in the parking lot and you can listen on the radio.
Okay. Her front stage tickets, $3,158.
Who?
Taylor Swift.
So the Swiffers pay that?
Yeah, and the top ticket is $6,141.
Wow. You are, Gabe, it is
Over 1,000.
It's just the thing.
Come on now, Tate Swift has written better songs than Madonna.
I think T. Swift is very good at writing about her own life. And I think that's the point. I get that. That's the point. But yeah, I can agree with that. I'm still not a fan. I'm not a Swiffer.
Yeah, and you know, it's generational. I mean, obviously, like I'm not
I
Taylor
didn't grow
Swift
up with Taylor
demographic,
Swift.
but you know, I'm when Taylor Swift first. Oh shoot, it's already 10 till. When Taylor Swift first
Oh,
came out, she did country, and I really enjoyed her country music. And then when she went pop, it's when she became so generic, like everything is the same, and I
I
kind of
don't
lost.
know. I don't know. Generic. I would say she went pop. She kind of became pop. Like pop is pop. Like pop is not.
Yeah, but
It's not supposed to break new ground.
but if you listen to her songs, they're all the same song basically.
Shake
She
it
tries
off.
to shake it off
Shake
because
it off. Shake it off.
all right, you ready?
Sure. My pick of the week is The Witcher, which is a long-awaited return of a series to Netflix. It's fantasy sci-fi, and it stars super hot. I can't remember his name. It stars super hottie. Hate, can't stand. I'm trying to look it up for you. Well, I don't know. It's the guy who played Superman. He is just super, super easy on the eyes and super easy to do. Henry Cavill, who reportedly grew up, was quite the nerd growing up. Like apparently he was quite the nerd, and he still is. I People have reported that he's like super nerdy and first like he likes to play Magic the Gathering, and he does things that are very super nerdy that you wouldn't expect someone as chiseled and amazing as him to do. And I just think it's really it's really interesting. But the character he plays on The Witcher is part elf, part something else, and he fights. He has amazing fighting skills, and he's built like a brick house, and it's just incredible. But you know, he's I think the main reason I started watching The Witcher in the first place is because Henry Cavill's just so easy on the eyes and delicious to take in. So, but it's a really good show, and I love fantasy stuff. So
Cool.
enjoy.
My pick of the week this week is if any of you remember the late 80s and early 90s and the American Gladiators, go over to Netflix and check out Muscles and Mayhem, an unauthorized story of American gladiators. And if you remember the gladiators, there was Malibu, Lace, Zab, Gemini, Nitro, Zenny, Blaze, Bronco Gold, and many more. I didn't realize there were like 32 different gladiators, but it's a 5 or 6 part series. I forgot. But it tells you the whole story of how American Gladiator came to be, the tour, the after the tour, how much money they were not getting paid. But go check it out. Yes, the boobs. But go check it out. It's really a cool inside story of how American Gladiator started and ended here in America. But I did not realize until I watched the show that there's actually a British version of American Gladiator that still shows now. So go check it out. I think it's just really interesting to show. It's a little bit of nostalgia. So if you watch them back in the late 80s, early 90s, this will bring back some memories. Go check it out. It's really fast. They're about 30 minutes, I think, per episode, 45 minutes. So they're really quick, but there's so much information. It goes by really fast. Definitely one of my favorite shows this season. I watched it all in one day.
And I agree with you, Gabe. Yeah, the whole stir up in the Marvel universe or the DC universe with their new man in command and firing all the legacy characters, actors, and everything. It is a crazy, crazy thing.
Yes, good. You watched it already, David? Yeah, I watched it in one day. I watched 3 episodes. Yeah, it was 5 episodes, 3, and then I watched the rest like all in one day. I have to watch The Witcher because
and Gabe's right. The Witcher is a way better character and has more range than the Superman character he was playing, obviously. But no, he does such a good job in it too. It's just really immersive.
What else? I can't believe we're almost out of time.
I know.
But yes, for everybody in Houston, do you guys have Tubi?
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's interesting you bring it up. I found out today that for those of you that were watching Western World or Westworld,
Used to be HBO.
yeah, they canceled it on HBO. There's new episodes on Tubi.
Oh,
Yes, the episodes that they didn't show on HBO is on Tubi now. So go
that's
check it
right,
out.
'cause they made episodes and then they canceled the show and didn't even air them.
Yeah, so some
That
of the
is
under
cool.
episodes, and there's another show. I can't forget the other show.
I
but
loved Westworld. That was such a good show.
So if you want to see the last season, go check them out on Tubi. You find it there. I was watching there today. But anyway, but yes, I'll be in Houston tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And for all my friends in Houston, if I have a Saturday night free, so if you want to grab dinner or something.
If you want to feed Daniel, like that stray cat that just won't go away,
there's some good Mexican restaurants I haven't been to in a while that I would
you could just leave a can of open tuna on the back porch. And
dare you, sir? How dare you? But I forgot what I was going to say. That's it. What's next week? Next week we'll be back next week. I am going to be here next week.
We will be back next week. Hopefully, I'm going to be in a much better, more rested, in a better headspace. I am going to go to the doctor and see. I am going to send an email to my doctor and just see if I can get something to help me sleep.
Yeah, but if y'all have any other recommendations, send them over our way. There's a new series that we have about Madonna called Madonna and the Breakfast Club.
No,
It's about her and her rise to the top. They show never abortion pictures of her in the early days. Is there anything you haven't seen about Madonna?
I have got to see that. So it's Madonna and the Breakfast Club. That's so funny. I love it. I just watched the Breakfast Club the other day. I think Maddie and I were watching it.
A little bit of trivia. Did you know that the Breakfast Club is one of the few movies that's what's actually filmed chronologically?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, some movies are filmed
like most movies start with the ending first.
Yeah.
But Breakfast Club, they actually shot it from beginning to end.
Scene to scene. Oh, it's on Tubi.
I will totally check it out. I have Tubi on my TV here.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to check Tubi out right after this show.
What's the director's name for Westworld? What's the director's name for Breakfast Club?
Oh my God, and I know that director's name.
Not John Waters. No.
Dear God, no.
Well, he's one of the few directors that films.
John Hughes,
that does movies chronological.
He basically made my childhood in movies.
John Hughes, yeah. So just so you know, next time you watch Breakfast Club, it is the way that it is shown is the way that it was filmed. Just so you know. Yeah,
and that actually is Shermer High. That high school actually exists. It was. Oh, hi, Juliet.
Well, remember that you can watch this on replay, and you can still comment and join us, and we check the comments section afterwards. So make sure you comment. Mm-hmm. But we're so glad you caught us a little bit today. We need to have some tacos again. We need to meet up for dinner again. So let's plan. I'll text you, see if we can plan that. Reminding everybody, where are they? We still have Grubby Bunny and the Colors Game books, Conejito Gruñón y Juego de los Colores, $25 signed and delivered. It plays for your postage and delivery. Go check it out at the website, LittleMexicanProductions.com/Grubby Bunny. You can order and pay on the site. Our friend Richard Wayne Kilgo, who is on Zodiacs on Fridays. You can check him out at Awakenings at 25260 La Paz Road here in Laguna Hills. And you can call that number 949-457-0797 to make a phone reservation so you can get a phone reading, or you can go visit him at the shop. But if you want to get him personally, go check him out at his Instagram page at RWKII. That's 2. And also, the alignment, we still have decks of cards for sale and sessions. So you can book your session one-on-one, groups, team building exercises, workshops. Just send me an email at DanielGGarza@LittleMexicanProductions.com to make your reservation to set your appointment. I have openings for new clients, I'm just finishing up with a client. So I have openings for new clients. So if you're looking for a transpersonal coach, check us out. And then Christian does his mediumship sessions too over Zoom. So you can contact him or us on any of our channels. I am sorry.
And thank you, everyone, for your guidance and advice on getting sleep. Because I really appreciate that. Thank you, Julieta. Something so much fun that gets the hardest laughs to let your mind. That's actually probably pretty smart. I can wear myself out when I'm laughing at something a lot.
We tend to watch ghost shows sometimes at night before we go to bed.
Yeah.
Or car crash.
Put me to sleep.
We watch car crash shows on
Which
YouTube.
is pretty funny.
When we before we go to bed. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you had a good 4th of July, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.